Next question. Sum of two numbers is 16. Sum of their reciprocals is going to be 1 upon 3. So this question can either be asked for 2 marker or can either be asked for 3 marker. So first and foremost, whenever this type of question is being given, sum of two numbers is 16. You have to consider two numbers. You know already, if at all if it is two numbers and sum is being given. So 16 minus x and x is going to be my two numbers. Right. So now what is the relation they have given? Sum of the reciprocals. Of which reciprocal? The numbers which we have considered, that's reciprocal, which is going to be 1 upon x and 1 upon 16 minus x. The sum is going to be equal to 1 upon 3. So when you're cross multiplying this, you'll be getting 16 minus x plus x divided by x into 16 minus x. See over here, minus x and plus x cancel. So that is how I'll be getting plus 16 divided by, when you multiply this, 16 into x, 16x minus x square is equal to 1 upon 3. So the next thing is you have to solve for that equation and you'll be getting the value of x. So it has to be two numbers. So if you consider again over here also, if you consider the first number as 12, the other number is going to be 4. If you consider first number to be 4, the other number is going to be equal to 12. Right. So now the next question, find out the ratio of sum and product. So you have to find out the ratio. Ratio between what? They have already given you sum and product. You have to find out the ratio between sum and product of the given equation. So we know that if at all if it is a quadratic equation, the sum formula is going to be minus b upon a. If it is a product, it is going to be c upon a. So from the equation, just find out the value of a, b, c. When you solve for it, you have to find out the ratio of a plus b divided by ab, that is sum divided by product. So 7 and 7 gets cancelled. So finally your answer would be 12 upon 18. Clear? Next question is going to be 3 marker. So the first question, represent in the form of quadratic equation. Rohan's mother is going to be 26 years older than him. So who is him over here? That is Rohan. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than Rohan. The product of their ages, both mother and son, product in years after 3 years. After 3 years will be equal to 360. So now find out the present age of Rohan. So how are we going to proceed? First let's find out what are going to be my terms. So if Rohan is x and mother is going to be 26 years older. Similarly, if I have to write after 3 years, because relation is being given related to after 3 years also. So it is going to be present age of Rohan is x. So x plus 3. Similarly, mother is going to be x plus 26 you already have. You have to add 3 to this again. So mother is going to be equal to x plus 29. Right. So the relation they have given is product after 3 years. That is product of this as well as product of this is going to be equal to 360. Right. So when you just solve for this, that is x plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. You have to solve for this. Both the equation will be forming an quadratic equation. Once you get quadratic equation, you will get the answer of x. So if it is whatever the value of x you get, that is going to be Rohan's present age. Right. Next question. Train travels at a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If speed has been 8 km less, then it would have taken 3 hours more. So what is it stating over here? So train is actually traveling in a uniform speed. Suppose if the speed is going to be 8 kilometer less per hour. So obviously if kilometers per hour is going to reduce, the time taken would eventually increase because it is inversely proportional, right? So you have to find out the speed of the train. To cover the same distance, if 8 km is reduced, 3 hours is going to increase. So first and foremost for this question, let's consider the speed is going to be equal to x kilometer per hour. So once you consider speed is going to be equal to x kilometer per hour, time to travel is going to be 480 km divided by x. How did I get that? speed is equal to distance upon time. So suppose if I want time only, it is going to be speed divided by, see, speed is equal to distance upon time. I want time only. It is going to be distance upon speed. So when I'm just substituting the values, it is going to be time to travel 480 kilometer. I'm keeping time, that is I'm using this formula, which is going to be equal to distance divided by speed. Speed I had considered as x. Similarly, if 8 kilometer is going to reduce, 8 kilometer is going to reduce, what is the relation they have given? So they have said that it is going to increase by 3, right? If 8 minus 8, if the speed is going to reduce by 8 kilometer, the same distance, the time is going to increase by 3 hours. So when I solve for this, both the sides, I will form an equation. So with this equation, that is x square minus 8x minus 1280, solve for this, you will be getting the value of x. Whatever the value of x you have got, that is going to be your speed. Right. Next question. Find the roots of the equation. So I have just given you certain questions for which you have to solve. So find the roots. Just first elaborate this. Once you get that, if at all, if it is they have said that x is not going to be equal to 0. I don't think so you'll be having any discrepancies in solving this question. Just solve for both these questions. Clear? Find the nature of roots of the following quadratic equation. If real roots exist, find them. If real roots exist, you have to find them. So first solve this. If at all, for this question, you'll be getting d is less than 0. So what is it they have asked? If real roots exist only, you have to find them. So for this question, you'll be getting d is less than 0. If d is less than 0, it is going to be imaginary. So it is not going to have real roots. If at all, if d is going to be equal to 0 or if d is greater than 0, that is when you'll be having real roots. For this question, it is going to be perfectly equal to 0. So that is when you have to, for this question, you have to find them. For this question, since you'll be getting less than 0, the answer would not be satisfying. So over here, it's been mistakenly written as tickets, so it is going to be wickets. So in the cricket match, Kapil took over 1 wicket less. So 1 wicket less than twice the number of wickets of which taken by Ravi. First and foremost, let us consider Ravi to be x, right? So now Kapil is going to be, what is that they have given? Twice the number of wickets of which Ravi has taken, less than that 1, that is 2x minus 1, right? So what is the next thing given? If the product of number of wickets taken by these two is 15, that is product of these two, x into 2x minus 1. If this is going to be equal to 15, find the number of wickets. You just solve for this, you will be getting the number of the value of x. Once you get the value of x, you can write the number of wickets for both of them, right? Next question. Apply quadratic formula. Using formula method is what you have to solve for both of it. I will solve for one, you have to solve for other question. So 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. From this equation, the value of a is 2, b is minus 7 and c is going to be equal to 3. So x is equal to minus b plus or minus within the square roots of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? So what is my value of b? It is minus 7. So minus of minus 7 becomes plus 7. Plus or minus within the square roots, minus b the whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3. Agreed? So now divided by 2 into 2. So 7 plus or minus within the square root, 7 square is 49. So 49 minus, so 4 2 times is 8. 8 3 times 24 divided by 4. Right. So now 49 minus 24, which is going to be equal to 25. Right. So 25 directly I'll take within the square roots, which is going to be equal to 7 plus 5 divided by 4 and 7 minus 5 divided by 4. So 7 plus 5 divided by 4, which is going to be 7 plus 3, 12 divided by 4, which is going to be equal to 3. Similarly, over here it is going to be equal to half. So you will be getting the values as 3 and half. Similarly, in the same time, you just solve for another question as well. Right. So the next question is, if I had walked 1 kilometer per hour faster, I would have taken 10 minutes less to walk. This is 10 minutes less to walk 2 kilometer. Find the rate of my walking. So it is just nothing about the speed and speed formula, that is distance they have given as 2 kilometer and speed we don't know, that is what we have to find out. Find the rate is nothing but find the speed of my walking, and then what is the new speed it will become. They have said 1 kilometer faster if I would have walked, that is x plus 1. So if for the speed I would have taken 2 upon x time, right? Similarly, if I had walked 1 kilometer faster, then new time would have been 2 divided by x plus 1. So for this, if you just solve for it, you will be getting the values, that is 2 upon x minus 2 upon x plus 1 is equal to, they have said over here, what is it they have mentioned, 10 minutes less to walk, that is what they have mentioned. So that becomes 10 upon 60. When you solve for it, you will be getting either x is equal to minus 4 or x is equal to plus 3. So the speed cannot be negative, hence speed is going to be 3 kilometer per hour. Right. So here is the last question and very important question. So the question goes like, a motorboat whose speed is 15 kilometer per hour in still water, it goes 30 kilometer downstream and comes back in total time of 4 hour 30 minutes. You have to find the speed of this stream. So what is this upstream and downstream basically? So here is the water flow, and suppose let's consider this is going to be my boat, right? So this is the water and there is a boat going. So now if the direction of the water and direction of direction of water and direction of wind, that is if the boat or you can consider direction of boat passing by, and direction of the wind, if both are going in the same direction, then it is called as downstream. It is called as downstream. Okay, for this downstream, no much of efforts. See, if wind and both of it are going in the same direction, there is no much effort required to drive the boat. Suppose if at all, if the wind is in the opposite direction and if the boat also is in the opposite direction, then you require little bit of force. So that is called as upstream. That is, if one of it is going to have a opposite direction, then that will have upstream. Right. So now from the given question, speed of the boat in still water is going to be 15 kilometer per hour. So now speed of the stream is what we need to find out. Speed of the stream, let's consider it is going to be equal to x kilometer per hour. As I said you, for downward direction, there is no much of efforts required. That is the reason I'll write plus x. For upward direction, little bit of efforts is required. That is the reason 15 minus x is what I'll get it. So now, what is it they have given over here? They have said that it comes back in total time of 40 hour 30 minutes. When I'm converting this to hour, it becomes 4 into 1 upon 2. Right. So now, both of it, the upstream and downstream, this is 30. How did I get this 30 divided by? Over here, if you can just check it out, 30 divided by, see, what is it, still water goes 30 kilometer downstream. So hence I'll get 30 divided by downstream, and similarly for upstream. So over here, when I add both of it, I'll be getting 4 into 1 by 2. So that is a mixed fraction. When you convert it, you will be getting 9 upon 2. So just take cross multiplication, that is 30 into 15 minus x plus 30 into 15 plus x divided by multiply this. This is in the format of a plus b and into a minus b, right? So when I'm equating for everything, I will finally get an equation of 225 minus x square is equal to 200. This 225, when it comes to the other hand side, it becomes 25. So x square is equal to 25. Consider the root. So it will be the value of x is going to be equal to 5. So once I've got the value of 5 over here, I can just simply put over here the speed of the stream is going to be 5 kilometer per hour. Clear? So with this we will come to an end to this particular chapter of quadratic equation. So we have already covered all the theory part of it, 1 marker, 2 marker and everything. So this motorboat question and distance question is something which you need to focus a little bit on. So with this we'll complete this chapter and let's see another chapter. Thank you.